Good morning students, welcome to my YouTube channel. So now in this video we will solve the question number 2 and under that the question number 3 we will solve. Okay, so now question number 3 it says that if A is a subset of B, okay, and B is a subset of C, okay, then we have to show that A is a subset of C. Okay, so now here first we will take an example and we'll see. Now we have to take such a set so that they will become the subsets as they have shown here. So if we take set A is equal to only one element and it is a subset of B, that means B will take as say 1 comma 2. Now if we take these two sets, this condition is satisfied, that is A is a subset of B. Now again, and B is a subset of C, so C we have to take in such a way that this B element should be here and 3 will take. Then what they are saying, then they are saying that A is a subset of C and it is true. Yes, it is true, because here you can see that A is a subset of C, that means every element of A is there in C. Then A is a subset of C, okay, and this is true. Now what they have told, if it is true we have to prove it. Okay, so now what we have to show, we have to show that A subset of C, we have to show this A is a subset of C. So now we'll take any one element belongs to A. Okay, we'll take a general element X belong to A. This we have to prove that. Okay, to prove that, so we start with this set. So we'll take one element in A. This we have to prove. You cannot write now like this, A belongs to A and then A belongs to C, because this they have told us to prove. So here we are taking if X belongs to A, and these two conditions we will make use of them. So if X belongs to A and in the question it is given, then since A is a subset of B, therefore if X belongs to A, X will belong to B also, because A subset of B is given in the question. Now again it is given that B is a subset of C, therefore this X which is there in B, it will also belong to C. So we have started with X belongs to A and here we have ended with X belongs to C, therefore A is a subset of C. This is very simple question and a proof. Okay, so here we have started with A, X belongs to A. Now here it is given that A is a subset of B, that means every element which is there in A, it has to be in B, so this X automatically gets transferred in B. Now again they have told us B is a subset of C, that means the element which is there in B, it automatically get transferred in C, and therefore A is a subset of C. Now moving to the fourth question. Now fourth question is exactly opposite of this. What does it say? If A is a subset of, if A is not a subset of B and B is again not a subset of C, then what they are saying, A is not a subset of C. Now by looking at the previous question, some of the students may think that this is true. Okay, some of the students they may think that this is true, but this is not true. Okay, so now we'll see how. So first we'll take a same example, we'll start with the same example. If A is equal to 1, now what does it say? If I take A is equal to 1, and now what they are saying, A is not a subset of B, that means we have to find such a set B in which this element should not be there. So I'll take B is equal to say 3 comma 4 I'll take. So A is not a subset of B. Now again what they are saying, B is not a subset of C. So C I am taking as some element say 5 comma 6. So from which we can clearly see that B is not a subset of C. Then A is not a subset of C. Okay, so by looking at this example, what you all may think that A is not a subset of C and this statement is true. But you have to see for every example. Okay, you have to see for every example. If the statement is becoming false for at least one example, then that statement is false. Okay, if the statement is true for every example you take, then only you can take it as true. Now suppose if in the place of C suppose if I take C is equal to 1 comma 2, because B and now in this example also B is not a subset of C, but here you all can say that A is also, but here you all can say that A is a subset of C. If A is not a subset of B, I am not talking about this example now. In the place of C, suppose if I take 1 comma 2, now here A is not a subset of B, this is true. Then B is also not a subset of C, this is also true. Then what you should get, A is also not a subset of C, but here what you are getting, A is a subset of C. Okay, so therefore the given statement is false with this example. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, now moving to the fifth question. Okay, moving to the fifth question, it says that if X belonging to A, okay, if X belonging to A and A is not a subset of B, then what does it say? Then X belonging to B. Okay, so now we'll start. If X belonging to A, we'll take a set A such that it should not be a subset of B. So we'll take a set X is A is equal to 1 comma 2, and let us take B is equal to 3 comma 4. Okay, so now X belongs to A, so we'll take 1 belongs to A. In place of X we'll take 1 belongs to A, and A is not a subset of B, which you all can clearly see from this example. Then what it is saying, then whatever X you have chosen, it belongs to B, it is saying. How it will belong if they are not subset only? So this 1 does not belong to B. Okay, so therefore this statement is also. Then what does it say? It says that X belongs to B, but here X does not belongs to B, therefore this is a false statement. Okay, so now moving to the sixth question, last question. What does it say? It says that if A is a subset of B, okay, if A is a subset of B and X does not belongs to B, okay, and X does not belongs to B, then X does not belongs to A. Okay, so now what does it say? If A subset of B, so we'll take two sets such that they become subsets. 1 and 2 will take, and B is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now what does it say? If A is a subset of B, it is saying yes, it is a subset. Then what does it say? If any X, it does not belong to B, that means if we take 5 which is not there in B, then it will also does not belong to A, it is saying, and it is true. Okay, so that also it will not belong to 5 is also not here, so this statement is true. So whenever the statement is true, you are not supposed to write this example. Okay, you have to write the proof. So what we have to, and X does not belong to B, then X does not belong to A. Okay, so how we will write this proof? So now for this proof, what is given? X belongs to B, A is a subset of B, and X does not belongs to A. Okay, so how we will start this proof? What we have to prove? Then X does not belongs to A. Okay, so suppose if we'll start with, what does it say? X does not belongs to A, we have to prove. So now what does a subset of B means? A subset of B means that every element which is there in A, it has to be there in B. Okay, so if X belongs to A, okay, suppose let us start like this. If X belongs to A, we'll start from the backward. If X belongs to A, this implies, now here what is given? A is a subset of B, this implies X belongs to B also, but here what is given? X does not belongs to B, so this is a contradiction, and from here we say that X does not belongs to A. Okay, so here we have to start a proof like this. Let us suppose that, okay, so this we are assuming that let A is a subset of B and any X does not belongs to B. Okay, then if x belongs to A. Now since A is a subset of B, what does this imply? X also belongs to B, but here what does it say? X does not belongs to B. So this is a contradiction, and therefore X does not belongs to A. Okay, so this way you all have to do. So in the next video I'll do the remaining questions. Okay, so if you all have any doubt or queries, you all can post it in the comment section.